Um, so we got this beautiful couple here, and I love creating relationship content. How long have you guys been married for?
Since
You
2016.
better remember.
Yes, it's 8/8/2016.
8-8, okay.
Yes.
You don't
Yes.
have to do that because I was like, 8-8, you can't forget that.
No.
Can't mess that up. 20 what?
16.
So
Yeah,
8
8,
plus
16.
8 equals 16. So it's like two numbers going to one, and then the eights are infinity signs.
Which, wow.
Yeah. So we got married on a random Monday, so I could have that
get that
date.
date.
And
Yeah,
that,
that's
Yeah.
amazing. I love it. How so? 2016. Oh, so
8 years.
8 years.
Wow.
That goes by fast, doesn't it?
It
Yeah.
does.
It's crazy.
It does.
Yeah, especially when you're having fun.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, so it's good to hear that. If you could relive one day from your first year of marriage, exactly as it was, but with the knowledge you have now, which day would it be and why?
8/8/16.
Yeah, so our wedding day, because it was a random Monday, so just, in our living room, we had just close friends and family there. And we were like, we're going to have a wedding next year, so that we can have a big wedding and invite everybody and do it right because it was kind of rushed and I just wanted that date. But then the next year turns into the next year and the next year,
Yeah,
and we
life
still
happens.
haven't had our wedding date. So if we could have the knowledge of now that it's not going to happen, then I think we would have put a little bit more effort into planning it and really having it then. Because now we have some family members that have passed, that you just don't get any time back. So I think if we could relive one day, that's the day I would pick and actually have more of a wedding and a bigger reception.
Yeah, I would have just, went in more debt, but it would have been worth it. Yeah. Yes.
So you're all for a big wedding with more
No.
people and do it like the traditional expensive way.
Yes, but back then we were saving for a house.
Yeah.
So
That's what we chose instead of the big wedding.
yeah, so we went and bought a house.
It worked out, we still got married, we still had a wedding, just wasn't a big wedding. Yes.
And did you guys have like the priest, pastor, whatever, some type of
Yes.
religious? That too? Nice.
Yeah, pastor.
That's awesome. How did you guys meet?
So I ran into her at the movie theaters. Seen her sitting there.
You
And
remember
I went to
separate
talk to her.
No, my friend.
Okay. I thought I was the only weirdo that goes to the movies alone. I love that. All right.
Well, I did used to go to movies a lot by myself,
Okay.
and I was that time. Just because I was fresh into Cali and I didn't have a bunch of friends. So if I wasn't going to the movies, taking my son, then I would just go by myself. But, even before then, I used to go to movies by myself.
Nice.
You know, I would-
And you just saw her and you were like, whoa,
Yeah,
at the
That-
movies.
yes. But if she was outside of the theater,
Okay.
sitting down waiting on her friend by like this fireplace thing, saw her sitting there.
It was like a attraction right away. Was it like all that?
Yeah, yeah, for me it was.
Well, our first date too, we went to like Fridays or something. I think it was Fridays.
Yeah.
And like we talked for like 3 hours, like at the restaurants, and then.
Is that actually, I interview a lot of couples, and a lot of those couples that have been married for 50 plus years, they all say, well, it wasn't really a lot of attraction at first. We weren't really we didn't really click on that level, but we had that connection. We started talking for hours, and that's when it's kind of like, it's very interesting. Like a lot of those that make it, they actually weren't attracted physically, but they grew a kind of like it mentally, like the mental was very strong, so that's what made them last.
No, I think I was very attracted to him too, so it was just, the mental was a plus.
That's, you guys had the whole thing, the whole package.
Yeah.
Being married for a long time means you both forgave a lot. So I mean, that's that marriage, that's what it is. Was there a moment you struggled, and how did you overcome it?
I think it's tough anytime you have two separate people that you're trying to make one life together. So I think just listening to each other, compromising, sometimes, maybe not getting your way fully. Sometimes just apologizing and just moving on. He's very good at just moving on. He doesn't hold any kind of grudges, doesn't want to, once the problem has been resolved, he's doesn't want to bring it back up. It's, nothing like that. So that makes it a lot easier.
That is an amazing trait.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, too, for me, it's like I got so much to do. I'm so busy, I can't really spend time harping on something that already didn't happen. So I do be quick to move on to tackle the next issue and keep it moving.
Huh?
Yeah.
Just forgiving,
Yeah.
talking, sitting down like, yo, let's fix this up. You don't go to bed like angry and none of that. You just fix it right away. Or do you guys have like, oh, I need a day?
No, we just fix it right away. Just kind of move on. It's like I said, we're just so busy with the children, with just life. We don't have time to be harping over things.
That's amazing advice. Imagine you two are characters in a sitcom about your life together. What would be the title of your sitcom, and which famous actor or actress would you want to play your roles? She's
Let me see.
the family.
We would name it like Married with Children, but they already use their name.
So marriage, children, and campaign. That's
Yeah.
our life right
Yeah.
now.
Marriage, Children, and Campaigning, yes. But I would say actor that could play me is like Amari Howard, because I usually have a beard, not too long, and seem about the same temperament,
Nice.
Yeah.
And then I'd just say Gabrielle Union. She's,
Oh, I love her.
yeah,
Nice.
that's a good sentiment, right?
Yeah, she's a great actress. Wow. Each of you think of the other's most amusing habit that you've discovered over the years. What is it? The funniest habit.
The funniest are just the,
Something amusing. Something that you do that is like, well, that he does. That's so you think of his habit and you think of hers.
So I noticed something that she always does. She likes to sing or rap and dance a lot.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, like for example, like if maybe she's feeling good coming out the bathtub, she do a little singing and dancing, rapping, or if something that's related to her life, she'll sing some lyrics that's kind of close to it. So she does a lot of dancing.
Dancing and
Music.
singing. That's
Yeah.
What is a good trait? That's it. I wouldn't say amusing, but yeah, that's cool.
my husband sends me memes all day that are very long.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It'll be good.
So they're good, but
She like the short ones.
I like the 10 seconds, 15 seconds and be done. So he'll send me like a 5-minute clip.
Oh my.
And yeah.
The long content consumer.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one too, huh?
I guess usually though it'd be something that somebody send me, and then I send it, because I usually don't discover too many. So when I do see something, it's because somebody sends it to me. Yeah, yeah, then I should.
Try to make her laugh.
yeah. And I mean, I wouldn't say amusing, but I would say one of the best traits that he has is he's never, and I really admired him about this because, of course, I've been in multiple relationships before him, but he's never hit below the belt. Never was disrespectful for me, never did anything outside of, if we're having like an argument or a discussion over something, he never took it outside of that or tried to like intentionally hurt me or go below the belt or say anything that's just disrespectful. He's never called me out my name or cursed me out, just very even keel and, stick to the issue at hand until we resolve it. So
That is a keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like if I have a point of argument, I can stick to that. And then if I don't have a valid point, then I'm not going to argue about it. So I feel like I can articulate what the subject is without getting personal with it. Like, that's why, just throwing out an insult that has nothing to do with the conversation. Yeah.
And it's hard to argue with such a successful lawyer. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
I'm going to win that.
No. So when I know she's sticking to, oh, I'm just win just to win, and it's not making sense, I'm like, okay, then that's done. Yeah.
I mean, I do like a lot of facts, right? Because that's what they train you in law. Like, you need the facts to show stuff. So I'm bringing up evidence and facts and things like that. Yeah.
That's cool to me. Like, if it's a fact, it's a fact. But I'm like, if you don't got a valid point, you just have to concede. Like, if it don't make sense, you just concede.
And sometimes that's hard for attorneys.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like if I lose, there's no consequence to it. So if I don't mind admitting I'm wrong if I'm wrong, because like, okay, I'm wrong, I just go about my day. If I am wrong, I just discover there's no consequence for being wrong.
And I like to say something like, I'd be like, okay, you were right, and I was less right.
That's her admitting that she lost the argument. Like, yeah.
I don't like to say I was wrong.
Yeah.
I just less right.
That's her way of saying she wrong. I was less right. Like, yeah, I know. yeah. But at the end of the day, there's no consequence. You was just wrong. So, yeah.
Well, how do you feel about happy wife, happy life?
It makes sense. It is a thing. Because it can be a situation if one person, like wife, having a bad day, then it can turn everybody having a bad day. So, yeah.
You better be wise about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the last piece of advice for new couples, for people that are, newlywed.
I would say be patient.
Patience.
Yeah, because I think if you take any fast final decisions or harsh, quick reactions, instead of patiently thinking about how you want to react to it, and then you won't like the results compared to if you was patient and thought about the final decision that you want to make.
So don't just cut somebody off, ghost
Yeah.
somebody because you feel a certain way in that
Yeah,
moment.
I would say don't make your decision off emotion. Yeah. If you're emotional about it, then wait till you're out of your feelings to think about it. Then I think you make a better decision.
That is nice.
Yeah, I would say a marriage works when you have two people willing to work at it. So I would just say don't give up if you're willing to work at it. And, don't let everyone know the negative side of your relationship, because when you forgive each other and you're not thinking about it anymore, everyone else is, right? And they're bringing it back up to you, and they're not as happy that you're happy and you forgave them because they also know what that person did. So I would say keep people out of your marriage and don't give up, just keep trying, because there's a will, there's a way. I know there's a story he probably didn't tell you, but he actually, our third baby, he delivered her in the car on our way to the hospital.
Oh my.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, our youngest daughter,
Wow.
yeah, little Carla. She was born in the car. Yeah.
Call her.
Well, her name is Royal, yeah. Her name is Royal, yeah. Yeah.
Would have been funny that she born in LA, car live.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So she was born in the car.
Yeah, about
So her
5
name
minutes
is
from the
Royal.
hospital. Yeah.
Royal. Yeah, we didn't make it to the hospital, so he delivered her
Wow.
in the car.
Yeah, she made me pull over. She was yelling, you got to pull over. She said,
And you just
And he just like
I'm like,
walked
we almost
like-
there. Like, we almost there. So,
Yeah, so all
there's a little argument. I was like, what you mean pull over? Yeah.
yeah. She came in like 12 minutes, something like that,
wow.
with 2 contractions.
And you weren't afraid? Were you like nervous? How do you like? Oh,
Well,
gosh, I would literally.
you
Think,
know what? I probably would have if I had time to think about it, because I was like queasy and squeamish over blood. But at that point, I was like, oh, I gotta save the baby, because
Yeah.
she was like, the baby's stuck. She's stuck. She was like saying like she's suffocating or whatever.
Yeah. So what happened was, so like our son, who's a year older, he came in like 6 hours, right? Like your water breaks and everything. So with her, I remember telling him, like, my first contraction, I woke me up. I was like, this is so painful. And, you know, I was like, my body's telling me to push, which is weird, right? So soon in, he was kind of like, well, nothing's came out of you, no blood, no water, no nothing. So we know something has to come out of you. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So we're driving to the hospital, and not one more contraction. And I like reached up to grab the things my body was telling me to push. So when I pushed, everything came out, including her head, but only to like right here. So I could only feel like her eyes, and that's it. Like this was all stuck. So, and so I was telling him like she's stuck, and he was like, yeah, of course she's stuck. You're pregnant. I'm like, no, she's stuck. And then he was understanding. I'm like, she can't breathe. Like I didn't know. I was like, she's going to die. She was like stuck. And so he pulled over, and he just like calmly walked over, and he just delivered her, and he handed her to me and walked back over.
Yeah, there was some blankets on the car seat in the back, so wrapped the baby up in the blanket because it was January, so it's freezing.
And we put
so I
the
gave
heat
her the baby.
on.
Yeah, was blasting the heat because I know she was freezing, you know. So I was blasting the heat, and I had the 911 on the phone because I was trying to get ambulance. And I was like, they're gonna take
And it was
forever.
in the middle of COVID.
Yeah, yeah. So I just drove to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I ended up delivering my placenta in the car when he was driving. So when we got to the hospital, I had like my baby here and my placenta here.
Oh Lord.
And
But of course, we still got a delivery charge from the hospital.
you know, we got a bill.
But you know, we was doubling, yeah. We was doubling insured though, because I was an electrician union, had that insurance, and then from her government job, had insurance. But yeah, they still did the delivery charge.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't a cheap thing.
No, it was like
Wow,
6,000.
I'm in shock with this. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know where I would even. Thank God, first of all, that it wasn't your first child, because that would have been a whole lot of cool.
Yeah, I was scared of us. But, and she's fine. She's 3 years old.
And you were out there just trying to do all this.
Yeah, I had to pull the baby out. Your
Is there a
turn.
man that faint when they see that?
Yeah, I don't even think he could have. Like, it was like do or die, you know, like, yeah. Like, it wasn't trying to be squirmishy or nothing. It was.
And another thing I admire about couples that have done all that together, like, because do you, like, oof, to have sex and then think about, oh, no.
Yeah. So the car was a mess. So I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
we had to get a mobile detailer. The car was horrible because it looked like a crime scene. Cause
Yeah.
blood, it was
luckily it was leather seats, but
horrible.
so I was thinking like, okay, all the stuff I'm gonna have to buy to clean it.
Yeah, so we had
So-
to get a mobile.
Yeah, I was calling
cleaner to
around
come.
mobile detailers, and
so we
they
had
gave
to
me a
get
fair
in the
price.
car.
It was like $250, but they detailed the entire car, so it was worth it. Yeah.
That's love. Right
Yeah.
That is so
Couldn't tell the car looked brand new.
Yep.
man, that's
So-
impressive.
Yeah, so we can't get rid of the car now. We still got
No,
it.
the car has, yeah,
Yes.
sentimental value
Yeah.
for sure.
Mhm.
God, thank you guys for coming.
Thank
Wow, what
you.
a story.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for having us.
Thanks
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank you.